Here we go. Hello everybody. My name's Brant. I live in Maui, Hawaii, and this is my channel. It's called Brantley Magical. Long story short, a young guy I worked with in a shop, that's what he nicknamed me, and it's stuck ever since. My wife thinks it's funny, and so I thought it was fitting because it kind of goes with what this channel is about. So here goes. Why am I making these videos? Why am I here? I'm ADDing out for a second. Okay, here it is in all reality. I have been sick my whole life. Most of the time I didn't really know it. I didn't understand that I was suffering. I didn't understand what was really going on. I knew there was something slightly different, but I could justify it most of the time that I could reason it out. I could reason it out like, hey, like for instance, I had bad digestive issues my whole life, like since birth. And for example, one of my earliest memories, I was like playing in the backyard, and I had to I got that feeling, that feeling you get from bad Chinese or something like that, or you ate some bad fish, or some tuna fish that sat out too late, you know what I'm talking about. You get that feeling. And so that feeling I felt like most of the time in my life, but I try and rush to the back door, and I can remember not making it, and just you know what I mean, it was gross. But that was all the time, every day. And at an early age, I learned how to control my abdominal area, my core, my basically the sphincter and everything, just to tighten it up and gird my section so that wouldn't happen, because nobody else I knew actually had that problem or was displaying those things. And so at that age, I assumed everybody had issues digestively the same as me, because I could rationalize it with I had a bathroom in my house, and my school had a bathroom, and every restaurant we ever went to had a bathroom, or store or anything all had a bathroom. And so anytime I'd go in there, 9 times out of 10 somebody else would be in the bathroom. So everybody went to the bathroom. I didn't know I had an issue. It was real bad, like real bad all the time. I also had respiratory issues that progressively got worse as I got older, like hay fever, and then it would turn into full-blown pneumonia, or it would turn into what the doctors often prescribed as walking pneumonia. And I always assumed it had something to do with I don't know, an allergy, I guess, but they couldn't figure it out. And there was one time when I was young that my throat would just close up, and my mom told me stories about it. Like I would be at the dinner table with her, or we'd be out somewhere, and then all of a sudden I would get this look on my face, and I couldn't breathe, I couldn't get any air, and I just started jumping up and down and to try and get air out, and I would just throw up everything I ate. And that happened for I don't know how many years, a little while, but I was pretty young when that went on. So I've been plagued with stuff like that, and as I got older, I've learned to deal with it. The same thing, control my breathing, that kind of stuff. Just dealing with it, because I assumed everybody went through the same thing. I played sports. I was physically active like any other normal kid, and I just thought I was normal. I thought that was normal. Physical pain, physical appearance. I was always slightly overweight. Always had a little extra chub on me, and I just couldn't seem to lose it. And I wasn't really motivated to get out there and do much when I was younger. I did play soccer, and I did play little league, and then football in high school and stuff like that. And like I said before, I didn't really know that I had issues. And for example, my mom told me a story not that long ago that when I was maybe 3rd grade playing soccer, I dislocated my thumb. I was the goalie, and a kid came in and kicked the ball, and I was reaching for the ball at the same time, and it just laid my right thumb back. And I kind of popped it back into place a little bit, and just continued trying to play soccer, but I knew there was something wrong, and so I kind of yelled out a little bit, and then I think the coach eventually noticed me, and my mom noticed me, and they stopped the game, and they took me to the doctor. While I was at the doctor looks in my ears, just giving me a full checkup. I'm like 8, something like that, maybe 9, I don't know how old. And the doctor makes a comment to my mom, just offhanded, like, "Oh, hey, he's had a lot of ear infections, huh?" And that was the first my mom had heard of it. And to hear her tell it, here's her baby who's injured, and she said she felt like the worst parent ever, because here's her child that is in pain and had been in pain and never said anything. Well, I didn't have anything to relate it to. I was always in pain. I assumed that was normal, just like my digestive or my respiratory stuff. And these things like ruled my life, like it ruled it. And perfect example, my wife said it's okay to share this. When we got married, we didn't have a honeymoon. Like our wedding night didn't happen because I spent the entire time in the bathroom. I was that sick, but I mean, she knew what she was signing on for, and she loves me anyway. I'm 45 now, and it's been a year since I've had basically any real symptoms of any of this stuff. And to top it off, over the last 4 years, I've dropped 100 pounds from my heaviest. I'm just slightly more than 100 pounds. I've lost total to date, probably like 107 pounds or something. I don't know exactly, but I'm 226 right now, and I think my heaviest I was around 230 or 330. So how did I lose it all? How did all this go on? What's going on? I've been to like allergists, I've been to doctors, specialists and stuff a lot, especially in my 30s. I spent a lot of time trying to figure it out, trying different diets, this and that. And through functional medicine over this last year, these are the side effects of going through functional medicine, which is, instead of treating the symptom, functional medicine deals with the root cause of what's going on. It's kind of an investigative process. Each person is different that goes through this. Each doctor is different how they practice it. And it's kind of a mix of all sorts of different kinds. But the way it was described to me by my doctor is functional medicine is now they know where to look. And so my goal with this channel and with these videos is to I want to share this with everybody. I've told people, in face-to-face who know me, and some have actually taken it seriously and gone and seen, seeked help this way, and they've had tremendous results like me, like life-changing, life-altering, like me. And so my goal is that anybody, if this reaches anybody, or somebody, or maybe you yourself can gain any sort of direction or hope, I don't know, answers to questions you didn't even know that you had. If you can relate to this, please follow along. Please continue watching, and comment, and I will follow along. I'll follow the comment section. I'll go down and check these out, like I've heard other YouTubers do, and I'll address these questions, and we can make this interactive. I would like this. My goal is this reaches somebody, and somebody can get help, because you don't have to live like this. And that was that's the revelation. My doctor claims that if you can look at a chart, like I started like way down low, like my body was shutting down, like dying, sick, and now I'm here, according to him, and I feel better than I've ever felt my entire life. Like I feel better than I did when I was a teenager. I feel fantastic. I have so much energy, and I feel great. And he says this is the level he would start seeing sick people, because he can work with them there. and he's going to put me somewhere up here, which I don't understand it. So, like I said, it's been a year, and I hope you follow along with me. And in the next videos coming up, I'll go into each one of these areas differently. Like we'll go through diet, we'll go through physical training, we'll go through just day-to-day life, we'll go through symptoms in more in depth, like digestive issues, and then the respiratory stuff, and like just physical. Like we'll go through more and more of these, and hopefully you can find some answers, because I gotta share this. I'm just bubbling up. It's gonna explode if I don't share it with somebody. People need to know about this. I believe everybody probably has something, quote unquote, wrong with them that could be improved on by just going to a functional medicine doctor and getting yourself like really checked out, even if you don't feel sick. Just, I thought life was normal, and my new normal is, I feel like something's missing. And I realized what it was. It's the pain. I'm not in pain, I'm not in tension. I want that for you.